just pull it out. So we decided to go with frozen vegetables because they're picked at the height of their freshness, so they have the best nutrition. They're cheap for the college student on a budget, and what's more, they have a long shelf life. So if you don't use them all in that one recipe, you can just put them back in the freezer and they'll last until you need them. Next we have our onion and garlic. One of the best things about these is the flavor that they add to the dish, but what you may not know is that garlic is a superfood that has a ton of antioxidants in it, so it's really good for boosting your immune system, helping to prevent cancer and other heart diseases, and it has a great flavor, so add it to every dish. In my house, that's what we do. Next we have our vegetable broth, just an easy base for our dish. You can get the low sodium one if you're worried about having too much salt, but personally I like a lot of salt, so we just went for the basic one that was a little bit cheaper. Go. Next we have our tricolor quinoa. As you can see, we bought it in bulk so that it's cheaper that way. In addition, quinoa is a great grain because it has a ton of protein in it, making it a really healthy addition to your dinner. It's also pretty easy to cook for a college student who doesn't have a lot of time or necessarily skills, and it tastes great. Next we have lentils. We bought these in bulk as well. Lentils are a great way to add a little bit of protein to your meal for cheaper than any kind of meat. In addition, they're a lot more sustainable than meat because they don't take nearly as many resources to grow them. Finally, we have what we found in the pantry: sea salt, curry powder, garam masala, and vegetable oil, or olive oil. While these things may seem a little bit expensive, especially the olive oil or the spices, they'll last you forever. So they're worth the investment and only really cost cents for each serving. Here you go, and you can add your spices to the onions and garlic. Add about a tablespoon of garam masala and curry powder each. Stir it up, and then you can add your vegetable broth and your lentils. Stir all together, and then reduce the heat and cover. Finally, add your frozen vegetables, cover for a little bit, and then you have your final result. Add the quinoa, stir it up, and let it sit for a little bit longer, and then you're all set. You have a delicious, nutritious meal, and as you can see, it comes with a lot of servings, so you can have leftovers for a long time or feed a bunch of people. Our total cost was about $8.